What up, what up, what up? We are back. And yeah, I thought I make a new video for you guys. And hopefully you can see everything. We are here above the roofs of the city where I'm studying in. So northern part of Germany, you know. And I thought I make a small new video for you guys. And if you hear some screams, I know the people are... There's a big street with all the malls downstairs, you know, down there. But anyways, I thought I'd make a small new video for you guys on a topic you can see in the title, called time. And I think for me it's actually one of the most important topics in my life, and I guess it's for most of the people, because since I'm young I'm thinking, okay, how do I use my time, you know? That is, it was always like I get 1 year older and then I think, hey, and you still didn't do this thing, you didn't do this thing, because you are limited in your time, and I think everybody of us is. So I thought maybe I just give you my current opinion on how I think you can manage your time the best, or how I think how you have to work with your time, or it's just my technique on it, or my perspective on it. And yeah, perspective is the right word, because I actually have different perspectives on it. And I think the key is actually to combine those perspectives together. So, and the first perspective is, I think, pretty obvious. When you check out my channel, it's all about, like, maybe you guys are also, I think a lot of you guys, like we talk in the late night talks on those topics, are also at a point in their lives, because all of us, or the most of us, are pretty young, and they work towards a goal, and therefore they really have to put in the work. And it's I think it's pretty obvious that you can see it on the channel. This is my first perspective, like, you have to see the value of time, and if you want something you have to put in the work, or you at least have to try your best. And trying your best always means, for me, put in all my time and effort in it. And I think this is something you can see everywhere on the internet. Everybody is saying, hey, time is so valuable, and you, if you want to achieve something in life, or when you want to achieve a certain goal in your life, then you really have to try your best. And always the biggest currency we have in our world, as I guess, is time. And if you sacrifice a lot of time, then you can achieve something more. And I think this is something pretty obvious, but I think if you understand this on a different level, then you can achieve something else. And it's, for me, really not only, for example, when I study or work 8 hours a day, then, or 10 hours, then the day is finished. Now I think there are still 8 hours left, and you also have to take care of what do you do with the left 8 hours. It's not like game's not finished, a wise man would say. And then you also have to take care of the other things in life. And I always say, like, health, family and friends. And it's like, this actually pretty important for my second perspective that I come later in this video onto. But it's that you, for example, when you do something with your friends and with your family, that you really take care of the moment you are in. Like, I can completely understand, like, after 10 or 8 hours of studying or working towards anything you want, then there comes yeah, you are just tired, and then you maybe when you hang out with friends, you check your phone and you are not really in the moment. And I think it's pretty important to be in the moment. And therefore we come to my second perspective, because in the end of the day, it's like you can work your ass off and really try to make the best out of your time. But if I look back to, or maybe you can do the same, if you now look, okay, what are the most beautiful moments in my life? And I can only speak for myself, the most beautiful moments in my life were those times when I didn't care that time was running down, most of the time it was not on my desk. When maybe sometimes now, because of the live stream, I think we actually found there is a good idea to do it in this live streams. But actually, when I look back to the most beautiful moments in my life, it was not the time when I was working. It was in some different times. It was in a time where I didn't really care about time. And this is actually my second perspective on time, that I think, as the first perspective shows you, the biggest gift we humans got, or all of the other also animals, but I think when we speak out of our perspective, the biggest gift we get is really time, that we can use the time how we want to use it, and how that we use the time to create something, to create maybe a persona, to create something like a dream or something like this, and you create something more out of your time, and all is connected to time. This is the biggest gift, and this is what the first perspective shows you. But I think the hidden secret in time is that you forget about it, that you forget that time is even there, and then you create something more, then you create something like a moment. And I think a moment is for me when you completely forget that there is time ticking down, that you make out of minutes, seconds, and then you create a moment, because in those moments you really didn't care anymore. And and then you maybe think, hey, why do I need the first perspective then? I also forget about time when I lay in my bed, but I think this is something else. This is a complete different level. If you just lay in your bed, you also forget about time, but in some kind of way you don't use your time anymore, you just waste it. And creating a moment in which you forget about something, about time, then you still use it. And this is actually for me pretty important, and only for me it's really like the first perspective is here, and the other perspective can only be created when the first perspective is here, because only when you understand how valuable time is, then you can create something like a moment. Because oftentimes, maybe just me, but maybe some of you guys see yourself in this, like when I have a deadline, or when I have a project and I really did my best, then I have in those when I chill with my friends, then I have this weird feeling in my tummy, like, hey, damn, now is time running down. You could study right now, you can work right now, you know. And so if you just let go from the first perspective, then there's this weird feeling in your tummy that creates not creates a lot of moments, that is destroying a lot of moments. And therefore I think the first perspective is so important, but only to create something more, like the second one. I hope you don't get confused about my system, but it's only how I think about it, and maybe this is something that can help you as well. And I actually think that this is a state where I'm not in right now, but I think when I'm older, then there comes the third perspective for me. And the third perspective is that I don't really care anymore about time, that when I'm older, maybe I will get older, you know, as a old man, then I think back to all those times in which I really tried to create something like a moment, and then I can look back to all those moments in which I really cared, and can be proud of it, that I really tried, and that I don't had all those moments in which I had this feeling in my tummy, like, hey, damn, you should work right now. Nah, I was happy because I already did the work, and then I can really enjoy the moments. And this is also what I said in the beginning, like that you take care and also care about the moment, like when you with your family and your friends, and you at the same time you're on your phone, or you don't really care about the words, or you don't listen. I think you lose a lot of moments, because I think only when you really care of it and don't go for multitasking. I think multitasking is something that all of us do, and sometimes it's pretty important, but I think in order to create something more, like a moment of joy, a moment of love, you really have to take care of it and really focus on it. And this is what I meant by when I finish my work after 8 hours, I know that there are 8 hours left, or sometimes even 10 of the day. And if I still care for it, then I can use my time in the most efficient way in the first 8 hours of the day, and create maybe a beautiful moment in the last 10 hours. And that's the reason I also made this other video that is actually connected to this one, with make beautiful choices, that if you make beautiful choices, you can create also beautiful moments. And then I think, okay, why do I even work? Because this is also connected to it. It's like moment jumping. You jump from one moment to another, and maybe this is not the main goal. The main goal is maybe to not only have a beautiful moment once in a week, once a day, or once in a month. It's more like if you really work hard, maybe you get a period of time, a complete lap of time in which you create a lot of beautiful moments, and that's maybe the end goal why you should do this stuff. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys got what I was saying, and maybe there are some people who have the same feelings, like this weird feeling in their tummy, and maybe I could help with this video. And as always, love you, you can do it, and hopefully we see each other tomorrow on the live stream again. I don't know, let's see. Wish you guys all the best. Love you.